On 18th May, Sujata Ghadke was admitted to Pune's Inamdar hospital. Doctors had found a tumor inside her stomach. They said a quick surgery could remove it.
डॉक्टर ने ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं कहा था कि क्रिटिकल है क्या कुछ है, वो नॉर्मल है, नॉन कैंसरस था वो.
The surgery went well, but during recovery, Sujata began to feel an increasing body pain. Her condition worsened. A week later, she fell unconscious and had to be shifted to the ICU.
डॉक्टर रोज़ हमें काउंसलिंग के लिए बुलाते थे सुबह. वो सिर्फ बताते थे कि ये अनकॉन्शियस है. तो हम भी उन्हें बताते थे कि अरे अनकॉन्शियस क्यों हो रहा है, आप पूरा आपका फोर्स लगाओ, स्पेशलिस्ट चाहिए स्पेशलिस्ट बुलाओ. जब लंग्स डैमेज हुआ बोला तो लंग्स के फिर स्पेशलिस्ट बुलाए उस टाइम. फिर बाद में बताया गया कि किडनी के लिए गया है, तो किडनी के लिए हमने फिर किडनी के लिए. फिर लास्टली हम लोग ब्रेन अटैक बताया, तो ब्रेन अटैक के लिए फिर लास्टली हम लोग उनके पास भी गए. उन्होंने एक्चुअली हमें जो डेथ सर्टिफिकेट डेथ रिपोर्ट दिया है उसके अंदर उन्होंने एक्सप्लेन किया है ये सेप्सिक शॉक्स के वजह से ये हुआ है करके. अगर वो सेप्सिक शॉक्स के वजह से हो रहा है तो फिर ये सेप्सिक शॉक्स किस वजह से हुआ है ये भी होना चाहिए, पता चलना चाहिए था.
When her husband looked through her medical records, he found a reference to a drug-resistant bacteria.
जब हम लोग ये रिपोर्ट फॉलो कर रहे तो उसके अंदर जो बैक्टीरिया बताया वो ब्रोकाइडिन, वो रिपोर्ट कल्चर रिपोर्ट में बताया गया है. तो वो आया कहाँ से? हॉस्पिटल ने हमको बताना चाहिए कि ये बैक्टीरिया ऐसा है करके हम लोग उसको ट्रीटमेंट करिए. हॉस्पिटल ये बताता नहीं है खुल के.
It is this bacterial infection that Ghadke believes worsened his wife's condition.
The term we use is healthcare-associated infections.
This is Dr. Rohini Kelkar, an expert who has contributed to WHO's guidelines on hospital infection control.
This actually means that when a patient comes into the hospital, he or she doesn't have an infection. This infection is acquired after 48 hours of being in a hospital. It means that the patient came in fine and there was something that went wrong in the hospital, whether it was procedure related or whether the patient picked up a bug in the hospital and developed an infection. If a patient gets a hospital acquired infection, it is the responsibility of the healthcare provider, it can be anybody, to explain to the patient like, this is how it has happened and we are treating you in this manner. That communication is extremely important. I don't think that happens.
Hospital-acquired infections in India are like silent killers, mainly because patients who get it never come to know about it. There is no unified data which the health ministry maintains. There is some data which medical colleges have, which suggests that the rate of incidence ranges from 11 to as high as 83% in the country. For reference, the rate of HAI is 3.2% in the United States, 9.9% in Australia, and 7.1% in Europe. Data we got through RTI shows India's top public hospitals fare much worse. Private hospitals refuse to share their data with us. There is also another big issue in India when it comes to infection control procedures. A patient is never informed about a hospital-acquired infection, and therefore they are usually kept in dark by most hospitals. The lack of transparency has serious consequences, as Rajendra Gupta found out. He underwent a cataract procedure for both his eyes at a private hospital in Navi Mumbai, but the operation did not go as planned.
लेफ्ट साइड में तो मुझे कुछ दिखता नहीं है. राइट साइड के अंदर आप ये लगा लीजिए 30-40%. ऑपरेशन उन्होंने किया, तो ऑपरेशन करने के दूसरे दिन बाद ये पट्टी चेंज कर दी आँखों की, तो मुझे नज़र नहीं आ रहा. मैं बोला डॉक्टर साहब मुझे कुछ नज़र नहीं आ रहा. बोला नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, नज़र आएगा.
But his condition worsened. When his family took him to another hospital, they discovered that he had picked up an infection.
The doctor there said that it is an ulcer, so we need to treat the ulcer first. Because of that ulcer, if you would have got him at least an hour late, we couldn't have saved his eye. Once he had treated that ulcer, he gave us two samples in an injection to be tested in a lab, which we sent to the lab on 10th. The report came out stating that it was Pseudomonas aeruginosa, the bacteria. It is very dangerous. And then when Dr. Lahani, who's treating him, he said around 85 to 90% of vision loss in India happens because of this bacteria. And this bacteria is caught during the operation if the apparatus are not sterile, or there is some kind of bacterial infection in the clinic itself.
What does it take to keep hospitals infection free? We went to India's best cancer hospital, Tata Memorial, to find out.
Before touching patient, before doing any aseptic procedure, after touching patient, after blood and body fluid exposure, and after leaving patient's surrounding. This is the 5 moments of hand hygiene.
All care banda checklist se hai.
Catheter associated bloodstream infection, the date of insertion, at what date it has been inserted, and what is the risk factors patients are having.
This is our OT area. Now OT cases are going on. After some time, the instrument will come and here receiving will start. And this instrument, they are putting in this washer disinfector cycle.
But most hospitals neglect these processes, and there is no government scrutiny. A family who comes to know that their patient has got hospital-acquired infection find it very difficult to seek justice for multiple reasons. One, they need laboratory test reports which confirm that the bug which has infected the patient is also the bug which is present either in the hospital or on hospital instruments. Second, they need a doctor to write it or give it in confirmation that this infection is caused because of negligence of the hospital. Even if they do get these two documentary evidences, the road to justice is long. A patient can either go to a state medical council or they can go to the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, where they can file a case. In both cases, proving that this is a case of hospital-acquired infection is extremely difficult, and it can take several years for the judgment to come out.
And now I'll pass on to my son, who will talk more about his father. Alim was only 10 years old when he jumped in the grave and buried his father alone, because most of our family live out of the country.
He had a sort of congestion or sort of blockage in his heart, and he found this hospital through family friends, and he did the surgery, the procedure, the surgery, and then ultimately passed away. The information that they had given my mother and family friends was incomplete information. And, different things were suggested. Oh, he has an infection, he has a fever. These are very rudimentary post-op complications. He started suffering long before that. So he started suffering with complications in kidneys, complication in liver, then, shutting down of these organs, then infection as a result of that. So it was a gradual deterioration. I think what affected my mother the most was the fact that she didn't know. There was a huge gap between what was happening with him versus what she knew.
The family filed a case in the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission in 2005. 19 years later, the commission held that the hospital had failed in its duties.
Has been found deficient in maintenance of its hygiene and health protocols in order to prevent infections and consistently narrow the findings about the observation.
The hospital has filed an appeal against the order, and the case is still ongoing.
In this process, I've lost both my parents. And I'm still in appeal. So it's 19 years. I think, let's see, it'll be probably 20. And I can finally let both my parents rest in peace.
जब मैं घर जाता हूँ, मैं मेरे पोते को मोटरसाइकिल पे रात को बैठा के घुमाता था ताकि वो खुश रहे। या मैं मेरी लड़की के यहाँ आ गया तो अपने नवासी को लेके गार्डन में नीचे घूमने लेके जाना, बड़े खुश होते थे। ये सब मेरा से मेरी खुशी चली। 67 ईयर के बाद लाइफ कैसे गुजरेगी मुझे नहीं मालूम, अच्छी तो नहीं गुजरेगी, ये तो डेफिनेट है।
अभी मेरी जो बेटी है वो अभी 13 इयर्स की है, 9th स्टैंडर्ड में। वो अब 9th स्टैंडर्ड में इंग्लिश मीडियम में CBSE में। तो मेरा वाइफ का एक ख्वाब था कि वो पढ़कर कुछ अच्छी बन जाए, इसके लिए अब मैं उसको पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ। और मुझे एक ही लड़की है, बाकी कुछ नहीं।